Welcome to Upcycled Butterflies, presented by Nicholas Vidmar and the New Linux Library. In this presentation, we'll discuss how to make butterflies out of recycled materials. You can see samples of what we're attempting to make in the background of this cover slide. Materials. The materials required for this program are fairly simple and you should have them around your house. If not, they're easy to acquire. On the supply side, you'll need preferably a 2-liter pop bottle that is clear plastic and has been cleaned and drained. You can use the green plastic, but make sure that whatever bottle type you're using is flat on the sides. No wavy or patterned plastic. You will need sticky tack or office tack. A butterfly template. You can find these online under butterfly color pages or black and white butterfly templates. You can see a sample of one at the bottom of this slide. You can also use that sample if you take a screen cap. Lastly, optional are gems, glitters, or other shinies to add additional flair to your butterfly. This is not a required step, merely if you wish to add it. Some find them gaudy, some love it. In terms of tools, you will need a good pair of scissors, a black Sharpie at minimum, as well as other colored Sharpies if you have them. In place of the colored Sharpies, you can use acrylic paint. This will give you a slightly different appearance. Optional is tacky glue to attach the gems, glitter, or shinies. Instructions. This slide may look slightly daunting, but we'll take it a step at a time, and you'll find it is not overly complicated. The first thing you'll need to do is print your butterfly template. I recommend this would be between 3 and 6 inches wide. You can go larger or smaller as long as your template will fit under the cut out plastic bottle. So you're going to cut out that bottle, and you'll only want the flat sections of the plastic that you can easily place flat on the table to trace your template. To begin that process, you'll place the template behind the plastic on your flat table, then trace the template outlined in black Sharpie on the plastic. I recommend making sure that you draw the antenna in on the first try because it is very difficult to add them in at a later step. Once you have your template traced on, you can discard the plastic template and let the Sharpie dry. I recommend giving the Sharpie at least a full minute to dry on the plastic and set, otherwise it is likely to smudge and scrape off. Once the Sharpie has dried, you will flip the plastic over and trace the black lines on the reverse. You can simply look through the plastic and trace your own. You do not need to try and match the template up again. Once the reverse has dried as well for a minute, you can begin to brainstorm wing patterns at this time. The next few slides include real-life butterflies that you can look at to take inspiration from as to how you wish to design your own butterfly. Looking through those, you will then trace in black Sharpie whatever wing pattern you have decided on, and you will trace that on both sides of the plastic. You are doing this on both sides of the plastic to add a boldness to the color, as if you only do it on a single side, it remains somewhat translucent and is less helpful to color between the lines with. You also want the bold black outline to make your butterfly stand out against whatever setting you eventually will put it against. Once you have your black wing shapes drawn in and let them set for a minute, you will color in your wing designs. You can do this with the colored Sharpies, and if you use them, they will give the butterfly a slightly stained glass appearance as the markers will remain translucent. If you want to use markers but give a little more boldness, color in on both sides of the wing. Do not shy away from blank space. It can add a nice negative appearance to the butterfly that will emphasize the other colors you have and also increase the light coming through it. So blank space is okay. Be careful to avoid smudges, especially if you're using colored Sharpies. They will cause the black Sharpie to bleed if you overlay them too much. So be sure to color within the lines. Once you have either painted or markered in your colors, let them both dry and set. Then you can cut out your butterfly, leaving the black edges intact, And again, make sure to pay attention to your antenna and cut them out as well. Once you have cut it out, bend the wings up along the body so that the wing tips bend down with the body's natural curve. The easiest way to do this is to place your finger along the body of the butterfly and then take the wing and push it up next to your finger and crimp that edge so that you have it facing straight up from the body, and you can bend it back down a little bit. And you want that wing that's now facing up to be slightly arcing out away from the body. As you'll find, the plastic is naturally curving. This will give the almost flapping appearance to the butterfly. It will work either way, but you will quickly see it does look better if the wing tips are pointed down after you do this. But it's not the end of the world if you don't quite understand the step and fold it the other direction, as long as both wings are folded the same way. Once you have folded the wings up, you will place a small bit of office tack on the back of the butterfly so you can stick it anywhere for your appreciation. I highly recommend on a window, as then you can catch the natural light, which even with acrylic paint will help to illuminate the butterfly. Optional after everything has dried is to add embellishments such as sparkles or beads to your butterfly. These are most commonly added to the edges of the wings or to the body. This slide and the next two contain images of butterflies. While your plastic is drying, you can look through these to see if there's anything that strikes your fancy that you would like to attempt to imitate or take inspiration from. You are not bound by these. You can make a butterfly that is psychedelic and neon, or you can draw one that is very much like a realistic monarch. There is no limitations on what you can draw. I only recommend that you keep your colors slightly separated, as it does become difficult when you have too many colors in too small of an area. This second set of instructions is simply here if you did choose to look through the butterflies before advancing, so you can follow the rest of the steps, and as a reference while you're making the project. Good luck, and I hope your butterflies turn out beautifully. Have a pleasant day.
Have you joined up for the Summer Learning Challenge? Sign up today for Dig Deeper, Read, Investigate, and Discover. The challenge is going on now through July 25th. You can sign up online at www.newlennoxlibrary.org/summer.